Well, Douglas's accent seems to have changed just a little bit there. Ray, you looked a wee bit nervous. How did it feel on that first show?
It was horrifying. The first couple of months was horrifying because, honestly, we were amateurs, weren't we?
And it was straight into live television, of course.
Yeah, and it was very interesting. I enjoyed being live.
You went on to create all kinds of special shows and some amazing stories, even a full-size melodrama at one stage. When I was going back through some of the old clips, Ray, I noticed that you always got to play the baddie. Why was that?
Nothing's either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so, Shakespeare. I don't know. Murray, why was I bad?
Well, it wasn't that you were bad. It was more that Douglas always looked so good that we had to make him always the handsome hero.
I'll tell you what, it was a great combination on screen. Let's take a look at one of these old clips.
Hello, Sergeant Stainless. Welcome to my humble cottage.
A pleasure, Miss Violet.
To what do I owe the pleasure, Sergeant, of this visit?
To wish you many happy returns on this your 21st birthday. And to deliver you this letter.
Help! Thank you, Sergeant. That evil snakefoot Joe tried to force me to tell him the whereabouts of my family fortune that I will never reveal to him, that it is hidden in the cradle I had as a child.
Well, whatever he might say, Ray was a natural baddie. There were golden days for the programme. There were more to come. But let's go back to Erin in Amsterdam.
Spot On became such a popular programme that it was soon decided to go to air twice a week. Well, that meant a lot more work for Douglas, Ray and myself. So we sent out the word, wanted a new reporter to join the Spot On team. And the fourth person became...
Surprise, surprise.
Evelyn.
Hello, Murray. Hello, Ray and Bob. Yes, I was working in the research department when Murray came in and asked if I would audition for Spot On. The idea was that I was going to provide a serious-minded news-type element for the team, which, as you can see from the sorts of things that I got up to, may or may not have been the case. I think the thing that was really important to me about working on the team was that it taught me how important it was to enjoy a job, and also that if you were going to be doing something where you were coming up with ideas and having to create something new, that it was important to do that in an atmosphere where you felt supported, and at the same time there was an element of play. And it was those things that I took with me, I hope, to London when I started working for the BBC over there. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm being a student and studying a manual therapy called osteopathy.
A completely new direction.
That's right. Well, Erin, I think it's time we had some of that Christmas pudding you've been promising me.
High time.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And a Merry Christmas to all the folks in Amsterdam, and that was marvellous. Evelyn joined the team. Must have been hectic days though, Murray. I mean, you're doing 2 shows a week. They were both live. How did you cope with all that?
Well, to begin with, the 4 reporters researched, shot their own films, directed their own films, and carried through the editing. So
amazing opportunity.
It was. That's why I think they own the program. But how we kept going, I don't know. Over that first
it was always
period of
Murray
time.
that put the icing on the cake. His were the special items which raised the standard each week, and that was conscious policy because we thought everything through, didn't we?
Yeah.
It kept going. You started something that's been running for 15 years. Not many of those early sketches remain, but we did find one in a show called The Monsters Special. Douglas plays a hapless traveller who knocks on the wrong door.
Another weary traveller.
Another sucker, you mean?
In a manner of speaking, Wanda, only he'll be the one who'll be sucked.
Okay, open the door. And remember, this time, I get first bite.
All right, but we'd better hurry, or else Count Dracula will be keeping him all to himself. Welcome, stranger.
I need food and shelter for the night. Would you be so kind?
Come in, sir.
Well, you really had a chance to do everything on the show, didn't you? A bit of everything in those days. But what about these days, Murray? What are you doing now?
I work out of Sydney. I've just finished working as the trainer for the ABC, for their producers and directors, but I'm gone back freelancing, making video programs, and I'm just working on a children's series at the moment.
Well, all the best in the future, Ray. What about you? You had 2 years with Spot On. What are you up to these days?
I'm looking forward to working with children again, but I'm actually working as a nuclear paraphysicist.
If we had more time, we could explore that one. And,
Well, it's getting into the spaces between matter.
I see. Well, that matters to you. That's what's very important, obviously. The presenter who replaced you, Ray, was a law graduate who eventually left the law completely for his work on TV. I wonder if you remember this fellow.
Movie star, oh movie star, you think you are a movie star.
Please welcome Mr. Ian Taylor.
Hello. Nobody ever replaced Ray.
Are you a nuclear paraphysicist?
I'm a nuclear paraphysicist as well.
You know, the popular consensus is that you haven't changed a bit. I mean, do you agree with that?
Well,
what do you think?
What do I? Well, I used to look like Ray.
I see. You have changed a little bit then. That was a big change for you in your career, wasn't it? Giving up law to pursue television. Why?
Well, it was the easiest thing to do. I'd just finished my final exam. I had to go looking for a law job, and someone offered me this, so I thought, no, that's a lot easier. So I said yes.
Was that variety of work was enticing, wasn't it?
Well, it was great. Mike Steadman, who was producing by then, had said, I asked him, look, I mean, what do I do? He said, well, just think of anything you wanted to do and go do it. So I guess I got to travel a lot.
Well, speaking of travel, let's go back to 1977. We have a clip here where Ian met Douglas on Hollywood Boulevard.
Well, here we are, Ian, right in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard, downtown Hollywood.
The home of the movies, huh?
Really is. I believe it's changed a lot from what it used to be, but there's still a lot of glitter, and there are new motion pictures starting.
Like all these stars on the streets here.
Jeffrey Hunter. They've got all the motion picture stars, the recording stars, and the TV artists. And
what about this? It's Sunday. It's 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Look at those queues.
Yeah, well, this is the Mann's Chinese Grauman Theatre, where the Academy Awards used to be held originally, and it's a fantastic, as you can see, Chinese theatre.
But what are they all here for?
Well, Star Wars. It's this fantastic new movie we just started. I don't know whether it's in New Zealand yet, but I believe it's going to be the biggest smash hit just about ever.
I have to catch it before we go.
Science fantasy.
Let's go and have a look at the theatre, shall we?
Let's go, come on.
What a great show. Look at that gear.
Hey, don't you just love the... Actually, they look very much like these ones.
The flared-out bell-bottom trousers, they will never, ever come back.
Well, I've been hanging on just in case.
And Star Wars was the biggest thing in town.
Yeah,
that was
second
great.
day.
Our next guest probably wishes that he could forget those days as well. He's been gracing our screens for 10 years. I reckon he looked a little bit younger, though, back in 1978. Here he is, Mr. Danny Watson.
Good to see you, Bob.
Danny, welcome along. Sit down.
Good.
Well, Spot On was a great introduction to television for you, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was great. Ian sort of summed it up. I think you could get to do what you like, you know, you could go out there and be really self-indulgent, and let's face it, I like doing lots of things.
And this is self-indulgent, Danny.
Oh, yeah, see, you've got the same tailor, Ian. Hey, look at this. First time I won a suit on television, everybody.
You saw some pretty crazy stuff between the two of you. You got into programs, Boots and all. Because it's Christmas Day, we thought we might just surprise you with a little clip. Have a look at this one.